We had begin the chapter with the Paheli and Bujos trip, correct? And we have even learned that different observation also, that they visited different region, and on the different region they found a different kind of organism. Then afterwards, with the example, with the different activity and different example, we learn here that what is means by the word habitat and adaptation. We had learned this with the two main example, with the camel and with the example
Terrestrial
of,
and
yes,
aquatic.
yes, with the example of camel and with the example of fish, we had learned about the adaptation also. Now when we were learning about the habitats, we had learned two types of habitats. Do you remember the names of those two types of habitats?
Terrestrial habitats and
Aquatic habitat, correct?
aquatic habitat.
Yes, terrestrial and aquatic habitats. Now, what is the difference between terrestrial habitats and aquatic habitat?
Ma'am, terrestrial habitats live on the land, mountain,
Mm,
desert, and
yes,
aquatic means underwater, in the
yes, okay.
water.
Yes, whichever places are there, okay, whichever surroundings, whichever places where we can find different organism, but on the land, means the houses and homes for the different animals, insects, birds is the land. They all are known as terrestrial habitats. Wherever, if the same way the thing is found surrounded with the water, then those places are known as aquatic habitat. Then after that we learn the these two words also, biotic and abiotic components. Correct? Living and non-living. What is means by biotic and what is means by abiotic? Give me one example.
Biotic means uh, 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 a living thing,
Yes.
and
For example,
abiotic means, for example, stone, air, soil.
no beta, biotic. You are giving an example of
Abiotic.
biotic.
Biotic.
Uh, Biotic's
Biotic means
example.
living things like
Living example.
humans,
Yes.
animals,
Very good. And now tell me about abiotic.
a thing that are natural but not a living thing.
Yes. Very nice. For example.
For example, stone, air, water, rocks,
Very good.
uh,
Very good. Excellent. Okay. Now,
mountains.
yes. Now here, before going to revise the other points which we had learned, okay, today let's learn this point first. Name of this first point, name of this point is acclimatization. What is the name of this point which we have to learn?
Acclimatization.
Acclimatization pronunciation. Okay, acclimatization. What is the pronoun?
Acclimatization.
Yes. So can you please start reading?
Now
Ma'am, can
who
I ask a ma'am, can I
who
read?
read?
Zoe, start reading.
Okay, ma'am. There are some changes that can happen in an organism over a short period of time to help them adjust to some changes in their surroundings. For instance, if we live in the plains and suddenly go to high mountain regions, we may experience difficulty in breathing and doing physical exercise for some days. We need to breathe faster when we are on a high mountain. After some days, our body adjusts to the changed condition of the on the high mountain. Such small changes that take place in the body of single organism over short period to overcome small problem due to changes in the surroundings are called acclimatations. Acclimatations.
Acclimatization.
Acclimatization. These
Yes, very good.
changes are different from the adaptation that take place over thousands of years.
Okay, now see, concentrate on the last line. This changes are different from the adaptations that take place over thousands of years. Okay, now first of all, tell me about the adaptation. What do you understand in the adaptation? Zaki, what is means by adaptation? Anybody else wants to say what is meant by adaptation? Okay, different features are present in all living organism in their body, which help them to live in their surroundings. Yes.
Yes.
For example, see, we have two hands and two legs. The same way other animals having four legs. In the fifth standard, we had learned different types of adaptation. If you remember that, how different types of arrangements are given in different animals. For a, for example, if we have to breathe, we use our nose and lungs. The same way cockroaches have to breathe, they use their spiracles. And then frog and earthworm, how do they breathe? They breathe through their moist skin, correct? So they all breathe, but they use different kind of feature. The same way fish use what to breathe? Their gills, correct?
Gills.
Yes. So in that way, different features help us to live life, to breathe. These features we get naturally. Okay, they are present in us, in all living organism for thousands of years. These features help us to live in our own surrounding. These features are known as adaptations. The same way, if we talk about the adaptation in eating habit, all the animals have different types of arrangement of teeth given in their mouth. Yes, if they are herbivorous, if they are carnivorous, if they are omnivorous. Yes or no? Are you listening, boys? Boys, are you listening or not?
Yes, ma'am, we are listening.
Okay, then at least give response. So this all are known as adaptations because we got it from the all these features from thousands of years. But if we accept any such changes, any such new changes, which initially to accept those changes and initially we take time, or otherwise it might be difficult, but afterwards our body or we adjust with such changes. Okay, so such kind of changes are known as acclimatization. Now if I will give you example of human being, now see, we are living in India, correct? The timing of India and USA is similar or different? The timings of the India and USA is similar or different?
Very much different.
Okay, the same way atmosphere of India and USA is similar or different?
Different.
Different.
Different. We maximum of the months we here having, we Indians feel the hot temperature. Okay, so we are very used to live in this kind of temperature, and the people who are living at that place, they are used to live in the cold atmosphere, in the cold temperature, because maximum of the months, okay, they felt their cold temperature. So if we go there for few months, it's very difficult for us to adjust at that place because we are not used to that much of cold weather. Yes, the same way, if the people who are living there, if they came over here and they start living here, it might be difficult for them for few months because they easily cannot adjust in this kind of hot climate. But after some days passed, okay, after a short time period, our body adjusts towards such kind of new changes, and then we used to accept such kind of changes. So such small changes and shorter time periods changes which our body accept, which we accept, are known as acclimatization. Okay, this such kind of changes are known as what? Such kind of changes are known as acclimatization. The same way, if the people who are living in the plain area, means in the ground area, if they suddenly reach in the mountain region, in the mountain area, it's quite difficult for them to start living at that place. But people who are living at that place, they are very used to all such atmosphere and the climate. So are you getting understood what am I saying, beta? Boys, all of
Yes.
you are listening? Okay, the same happens in the case of the animals and birds also. If they do not found the proper amount of food, water and shelter wherever they are living, okay, they should have to move. In the point of migration, we have learned that in the search of the food also they migrate from one place to the other place. So for shorter time period, they have to it's difficult for them to adjust in the new climate, but afterwards they adjust to that new climate. Okay, so such kind of changes which we accept, which animals accept, their body accept, are known as acclimatization, okay, for their survival. And those animals, those living beings who accept such changes, they can survive. And if some of the animals or some of the living organism, if their body and if they are not ready to accept such changes, so they cannot survive. Understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so this is what acclimatization, and it is different from adaptation. Please remember this thing. Adaptation and acclimatization is different thing. Okay, now let's go back to the revision part. Now after the biotic and abiotic component, we had started learning about the different habitats. The very first habitat is the terrestrial habitat known as desert. Then we had learned about the another terrestrial habitat which is known as mountain region. Then another, the last one,
Yes,
last terrestrial habitat is known as grassland. Then we had start learning about the
yes.
aquatic habitat. The very first aquatic habitat is ocean. Then we had learned in
Ma'am, can
the
I read? Sorry.
just a minute, beta. Then in the previous lecture, even we had learned about the ponds and lakes also. Yes. And now today we have to begin a new topic, and name of this topic is what? Characteristics of
Characters of
organism.
organism.
Of
Yes.
organism.
And I have even told you um, some of the introductory part also, that all living organisms have some common features. With help of that, we can say that they all are living. Yes. So now let's learn more
Yes.
details of this point. Zaki, start reading.
Yes, ma'am.
Please start reading.
Characteristics of organisms. We went on a journey through different habitats and discussed many plants and animals. In activity 1, we listed objects, plants, and animals found in different surroundings. Suppose we stop a while and think which example in our list are living. Let us think of examples from a forest: trees, creepers, small and big animals, birds, snakes, insects, rocks, soil, water, and dry leaves, dead animals, mushrooms, and moss. Maybe only some.
Some of the objects.
मैम नहीं दिख रहा.
Some of
Some
the
of the
objects.
objects that are present in the forest, which of these are living? Think of objects that you can see around you at this moment and group them as living and non-living. In some cases, it is easy for us to know. For example, we know that objects like chair or table are not alive. Paheli was reading this rhyme from Complete Nonsense, written by Edward Ray. Shake the table to the chair. You can hardly be aware how I suffer from the heat and from chilblains on my feet. If we took a little walk, we might have a little talk. Pray let us take the air. Shake the table to the chair. Take the chair to the table. Now you know we are not able. How foolishly you talk when you know we cannot walk. Say the table with a sigh. It can do no harm to try. I have as many legs as you. Why can't we walk on two?
Okay, now just a minute. Hmm. Continue.
Yes, Paheli and Buja found the poem very funny because they knew that a chair or a table is not alive and it cannot talk or walk. Chair, table, stone, or a coin are not alive. Similarly, we do know that we are alive, and so uh, are all the people of the world. We also see animals around us that are so full of life. dogs, cats, monkeys, squirrels, insects, and many others. How do we know that something is living? Often it is not to say easy to decide. We are told that plants are living, but they do not move like a dog or a penguin
Pigeon. Okay.
or a pigeon. Pigeon. Ma'am, read now.
Yes, on the other hand,
On the other hand, a car on a bus can move. Still, we consider them as non-living. Plants and animals appear to grow in size with time, but them at times clouds in the sky
clouds in
also
the
seem
sky.
to grow in size. Clouds in the sky also seem to grow in size. Does it mean the clouds are living? No. So how does one
Distinguish.
one detect
Distinguish.
distinguish between living and non-living? Distinguish between living and non-living things. Do living things have some common characteristics that make them very different from the non-living? You are a wonderful example of a living being. What characteristics do you have which make you different from a non-living thing? List a few of these characteristics in your notebook. Look at your list and mark those characteristics.
That you have listed.
That you have listed, which may also be found in animals or plants. Some of these characteristics are perhaps common to all living things.
Okay, thank you. Now see here. The introduction, characteristics of organism is this much of long. But basically, how do I introduce this thing in the previous lecture? The same thing is there. Okay, now tell me one thing. Do all living organism, okay, are capable of moving from one place to the other place? Means they possess the characteristics of locomotion. Locomotion means they themselves can move from one place to the other place. Yes or no? Except the trees and plants. All other living organism is capable of moving, means locomotion, movement is possible in that case. Yes or no? Why nobody is responding? Give answer, please.
Yes.
Okay, the same way, for the survival, to live
Voice
life
is breaking too much.
and for the growth, do all living organism require food?
Ma'am, what?
All.
Repeat.
Okay, for to live, all organism required food, even for the growth also, to live life also.
Ma'am,
They
your
all,
voice is too much
Yes.
breaking.
Obviously. No, ma'am,
okay, they
not
all,
breaking.
okay, they all need, they all required food. The same way, do all organisms show growth?
Yes.
Okay, they all respirate, means they all breathe.
Yes.
They all are capable of producing the same kind of new organism.
Yes.
Okay, so these are the common points. Okay, if we see, if we learn all these examples, it's possible in all living organism. But here Paheli and Bujo said that how is this poem about? Because in this poem the poet said that a chair and table, they are walking and they are talking. So it's very funny for them that how is it possible in the case of chair and table, because they are non-living thing. Okay, but it's just for the fun. In between this topic, this poem is given, okay, because they know very well that chair and table and all such kind of things are non-living objects, so they do not possess the characteristics like the living organism. Got it? But all living organism have some common characteristics, some common features. On the basis of that, we can say that they all are living organism. Okay, so those particular characteristics now we are going to learn one by one. The very first characteristics is, do all organisms need food? Zohar, start reading.
Can I read a
Do all organisms need food? In chapter 1 and 2, we learn that all living things need food and how essential essential it is to animal and to us. We have also learned that plants make their own food by the process of photosynthesis. Animals depend on plant or other animal for their food. Food giving organism the energy needed for them to grow. Organism also need energy for other life process that go on inside them.
Okay, now before going to explain that all organisms need food, okay, here I would like to tell you that here is example of vehicles are also given. That's the cars. If we are talking about the common points of the living organism, that they all move from one place to the other place. Here is a question that cars are also moving from their place. So are they known as a living organism? They all are known as
No,
living
ma'am, it
organism.
is due to machinery and
Yes, very
uh,
nice. They are not possessing all other features like a living organism. They are not growing. They are not capable of reproducing by the
ma'am,
own
they
kind
are
of
not by own
re-
moving.
yes,
We are
they
moving them.
yes, and even they themselves cannot move, but human being move them. They even not respirate. Okay, so they do not possess all the features like
Ma'am,
living
one thing
organ.
is there.
Yes, which one is that?
They eat,
Yes, they
they
eat, they
drink.
consume. Yes, they consume the fuel. Okay, and in that way they produce the energy. But the thing is that they do not possess this all the other features of all other characteristics of living organism, and that's why they are known as non-living thing. Got it? The same happens in the case of the clouds. They are also moving all the times, but they are also not possessing the features, the characteristics like the living organism. That's why only one or two features, okay, does not decide that they cannot on the basis of the one or two features we cannot say that they are living organism. Okay, they should possess all the other features also, then and then only we can say that they are living. Now here we had learned about the first point that all organisms need food. See, for the survival we need and we required
Yes, ma'am.
food. For the energy we required food. Okay, and even for the growth of our body we required food. Not only we, but all the living organism, human being, animal, insects, plants. See, plants also prepare their food by the photosynthesis. Yes, so we all are
Yes.
living, so we all required food to live. Okay, so Fazil, read next point.
Do all organisms show growth? Does the Kutha you had 4 years back still if you can bear it anymore? It's not it. You must have till growing the here you may not realize it, but you are growing all the time, and and in few more years you all will become a bigger 9.10. Your
Okay, just a
progress
minute, beta. There is lots of noise coming from the background. So please stop reading. Is Mandy present there?
No,
Okay,
ma'am, he
anyway,
is not there.
okay, Zaki, start reading.
Yes, ma'am. Young ones of animals also grow into adults. You would surely have noticed pups grow into adults. A chick hatched from an egg grows into a hen or a cock. Figure 9.11. Plants also grow.
Look around you and see a few
Look around
plants.
you and see a few plants of a few plants of a particular type. Some are very small and young. Some are bigger. They may all be in different stages of growth. Look at the plants after a few days and weeks. You may find that
Some of them have grown in size. Growth seems to be common
some
to
of
all
them
living things.
no all
Do you
living
think?
things. Do
Hmm.
you think non-living do you think non-living things show growth?
Okay. No, answer is no. Non-living things cannot show growth. Just look around you. The chair on which you are sitting, the sofa, the bed on which you are sitting. Okay, are they show growth? Means they increase their size. Okay, they show any such kind of growth. Their weight will increase? No, answer is definitely not. Now, growth is only possible in the living organism. The kurta and the shirts and the t-shirts which we are wearing, okay, before a few years back, especially you children, okay, now it will not be fit after a few years. Why? Because your body show growth, and it's one of the characteristics of a living organism. The same way, can you see these different pictures? See, how do we growth? We as a we as a living organism also, we as a human being also. Okay, day by day, year by year, from the infant, from the child, our body show growth, and one day we'll become adult. Now, it's not possible in the case of only human being. It's possible in the case of all living, other living organism. For example, this kind of birds. Okay, how nice the young ones looks like when they are very small. The same way in the different animals also, and even in the plants also, you have seen that how from the small plants and from the young plant it will convert into the big tree. So growth after the food, growth is another important characteristics of living organism, that all living organisms show growth. Now the third important point is all organism respire. Zoe, start reading.
Yes, ma'am. Do all organisms respire? Can we live
Respire,
without breathing?
respiration. Just a minute.
Rest.
Respire, respiration means breathing. Continue.
Okay. Can we live without breathing? When we inhale, the air moves from outside to the inside of our body. When we breathe out, the air moves from inside our body to outside. Breathing is a part of process called respiration. In
Respiration.
respiration,
Respiration.
in respiration, in respiration, some of the oxygen we breathe out carbon
In
of the
respiration,
oxygen of the air we breathe in is used by the body. When we breathe out carbon dioxide produced in this process. The process of breathing in animals like cows, buffaloes, dogs, or cats is similar to humans. Observe any one of these animal while they are talking,
taking, not
rest,
talking, taking
taking
rest.
taking rest, and notice the movement of their abdomen. This
Abdomen
abdomen, this slow movement inside
indicates.
indicates that they are breathing. Respiration is necessary for all living organisms. It is through respiration that the body finally obtains energy from the food it takes. Some animal may have different
Mechanisms.
mechanism for the exchange of gases, which is a part of the respiration process. For example, earthworm breathe through their skin. Fish we have learned have gills for using oxygen dissolved in water. The gills absorb oxygen from the air dissolved in water. Do plants also respire? Exchange of gases in plant mainly take place through leaves. The leaves take in air through tiny pores in them and use the oxygen. Them give out carbon dioxide to the air. We learned that in sunlight, plants use carbon dioxide to produce food and give out oxygen. The amount of oxygen released in the process of food preparation by plant is much more than the oxygen they use in respiration. Respiration in plant takes place day and night.
Okay, respiration means the breathing process. Okay, this can be found in all living organism. It is also one of the characteristics of living organism. If we are human being, if we are talk about the animal, insects, and birds, okay, observe them properly. Whenever they are taking rest, whenever they are calm, and sitting and sleeping, we can see that they also breathe. So breathing means we are taking in oxygen gas and we are taking out the carbon dioxide gas. This process is goes on all the time, and this can be done by all living organism. If we talk about the plants, we thought that how is it possible in their case, that also we cannot see. But yes, definitely trees and plants, okay, they also respire. How is it possible? We thought that they are taking carbon dioxide in and they are giving us oxygen. But see, during the daytime, when sunlight is present there, they prepare their food and they provide us oxygen. But as and when sunlight is not there, at the night time, they also required oxygen. So they also breathe. Okay. And the important thing is that whatever amount of oxygen they are giving us, okay, they are taking very much less, they are using very less amount of oxygen. They are giving us more and taking it less. So we should be thankful for that thing, for the trees and plants. But here is the thing is that the all living organism respires means they all breathe. Okay, they all require oxygen. Now the next is respond to stimuli. Now this word may be new for you, that what is means by the word stimuli. Okay, but we will learn whenever you will, once you read it, you can understand it. Zaki, start reading.
Ma'am,
Is it
who read?
is it there? Zaki is there?
No, ma'am, Zaki is not there.
Okay, beta, then you continue.
Do all organisms respond to stimuli?
Stimuli.
How do you respond? Stimuli? How do you respond? If you suddenly step on a sharp object like a throne while walking barefoot, how do you feel when you see or think about your favorite food? You suddenly move from a dark place into bright sunlight. What happened? Your eyes shut themselves automatically for a moment till they adjust to the change bright. Surroundings, your favorite food. Surroundings, your favorite food, bright light, and a throne in the above situation are some example of changes in your surroundings. All of us respond immediately to such changes. Changes in our surroundings that make us respond to them are called
Stimuli. Stimuli.
stimuli. Do other animals also respond to stimuli? Observe the behavior of animal when food is served to them. Do you find them suddenly become active on seeing the food? When you move towards a bird, what does it do while the animal run away when bright light is
Flashed
flashed
towards them.
toward them? Similarly, cockroaches begin to move to their hiding places. If the light in the kitchen is switched on at night, can you give some more example of responses of animal to stimuli? Do plants also respond to stimuli? Flowers of some plants bloom only at night. In some plants, flowers close after sunset. In some plants like mimosa,
Commonly, no.
commonly known as touch me not, leaves close or fold when someone touch them. These are some examples of responses of plants towards changes in their surroundings.
Okay, now this is a very interesting point. Respond to stimuli. See, we all feel some of the filled with the emotions because we all are living being. We get pain, we feel happiness, we felt sadness. Yes or no? If by mistake our leg falls on the thorn, okay, what happens? We immediately take back our leg, or otherwise we feel pain. Yes or no? Is it like that or not? Yes, beta. Boys.
Yes, no.
Okay, and if we are
Yes.
if we are walking and going from the road, or otherwise we are on vehicle, and suddenly fast wind blows and the dust particles falls in our eyes, we suddenly immediately we close our eyes. So if such kind of changes take place around us and we immediately react towards them, okay, so such points are known as respond to stimuli. The same way, if you are going back to home from the school, and if your mother prepare your favorite food item, how happy you became? Yes or no? After seeing that food item, yes, you feel with joy or not? Boys, are you listening? Yes or no? So these are the some of
Yes,
the
ma'am.
so these are the some of the responses. Okay, we show it to the different type of changes. Now, not only a human being, but see, you may have observed it. Sometimes you may have seen the tears in the eyes of some animals also, because they may feel the pain. The same way, if you show the food item, they quickly comes towards you. Okay, the pet dog, you may have observed them. If you are going out for some days and when you came back, that dog became so happy. Okay, it just start moving from one place to the other place and moving its tail towards you. Why? Because it will be happy after seeing you so many days. So these are some of the ways we respond to the towards the new changes. Now, even you have seen at the night, if you enters inside the kitchen, okay, and if any cockroaches is moving here and there, after as and when the light falls upon it, it will just start moving and running, hiding itself. The same way, if you show the stick to any animal, they just move away from that place. So these are some of the examples that not only the human being but animals and insects. If birds are nicely sitting and eating something, and if we'll go nearer, we try to go nearer to them, what happens? They just fly away from that place because they felt that they have fear from us. That's why they move away from us. So this different types of changes, this different type of situation in which we react differently, this all are known as respond to stimuli. Okay, all these points are known as respond to stimuli. Now you thought that yes, it's definitely possible in the case of living organism and animals and plants, but what about the living organism and sorry, animals and insects, but what about plants? So plants also respond to stimuli. There are so many plants, they just blossom, they just bloom at night only. Okay, there are so many of the plants are there, they just close after the sunset. And mimosa and touch me not like plants are that kind of plants. If we touch them, they just fold away the leaves. Okay, so these are also the stimuli, these are also the responses towards they are these are also the stimuli towards them they are responding. So this is possible only in the human being, in the living organism. It's not possible in the non-living organism. Got it, beta? Boys?
Yes, ma'am. Time over.
Okay, so activity 4 onwards we'll learn in the next class. Okay, till the time, have a nice day.
Bye, ma'am. Ma'am, today give the writing part.
Okay, beta.
Bye, ma'am. ખુદા હાફિઝ. ખુદા હાફિઝ. દાદા નેટ આપો.
Let's start it.
હું રાજાણી રખડતો હતો બહાર.
બાલ્કનીમાં બેઠો તો
પછી ઘરમાં આવ્યો નો હોય.
બાલ્કનીમાં બેઠો તો ને
હું જ્યાં બેઠું યાર તારું હું જાય.